Everyone and their mother is excited for the new Fallout 4 game coming out by Bethesda. So today here on the Leaderboard, we are going to be counting down 107 Fallout 3 facts that you should know. Number 1. No matter how ugly you are, your father says you look just like him. Number 2. In the Fallout universe, heads get easily detached. Number 3. The capital Wasteland has robots with English accents. Bloody hell! Number 4. Super mutants are gender neutral. But you knew that. Number 5. You can hold a flamethrower, minigun, missile launcher, a dozen small guns, 100 cans of food, and still sneak up on someone. Now that is badass. Number 6. Deputy Weld is cooler than you will ever be. Yes, that is a fact. Deal with it. Number 7. Mora is the most useful shopkeeper in Fallout 3. Number 8. People of the capital Wasteland can survive several shots to the head with a sniper rifle. Number 9. You blast a kid with a fat man and he runs away. Alive. Number 10. You can drink the water from toilets to heal gunshot wounds. Number 11. Behemoths found the secret stash of giant fire hydrants. Number 12. The robot called Protectron doesn't even protect you. You had one job, robot. One job. Number 13. I can search the bodies of my fellow men, but not aliens. Number 14. You can steal something by picking it up, putting it down in a hidden area, and then taking it. Genius. Number 15. The atomic bomb in Megaton is the same model used by USA to bomb Hiroshima in 1945. Number 16. A bullet from a 10mm pistol can magically blow someone's head into little pieces. Number 17. Apparently, I can carry around 10 missile launchers in my pockets since I don't have a backpack. Number 18. I have 2 crippled legs and somehow managed to still carry around 300 pounds worth of weapons, clothes, and junk. Cause I am awesome. Number 19. People who lived in vaults were more screwed than the Wastelanders because nothing beats being a human guinea pig.
Sign up now and prepare for the future.
Number 20. People in the Waste would rather not be with you despite the fact that you are the only other human being around for tens of miles. You might want to go reevaluate your personality. Number 21. Food from 200 years ago is still edible and you never get sick after eating it. Too bad the real world doesn't work like that. Number 22. Time seems to magically freeze just by looking at your Pip-Boy. Number 23. When talking to someone, the whole world waits for your conversation to end. Bullets stop in midair, people have their arms reached out, people standing on 1 feet, and Deathclaws open their mouths right behind the person you're talking to. Number 24. A follower will wait for you in the same place forever. That's what I call loyalty. Number 25. Moira Brown will never hate you, no matter how hard you try. Aw man, I love you too, Miss Brown. Number 26. Even though pre-war money is still in abundance, the inhabitants of the Wasteland chose to change currency to bottle caps, which I may add can be easily counterfeited. Number 27. You can carry an unlimited supply of ammo, including small nuclear warheads the size of footballs. And as you can probably guess by now, it will never slow you down. Number 28. In the capital Wasteland, ammunition is just laying around everywhere in boxes. Number 29. In the game, 5,000 rounds of 5mm ammo will weigh exactly the same amount as a single throwing dart. That amount is nothing. Number 30. Cats are mysteriously missing from the capital Wasteland. Horses too. In the comment section down below, let us know what you think is going on there. Number 31. There are also no mutated spiders in the wastes. Number 32. For some reason, you cannot drop or discard any quest item, even if the quest was completed, which is pretty annoying. Number 33. A town full of kids that's been running for a good 200 years, Little Lamplight is still a thriving community without anyone to repopulate the town. Number 34. With the exception of Nova, whom you still have to pay, no one wants to do their part in repopulating the world with you. Number 35. I can go on a killing spree in broad daylight, murdering most people in town, but if I wait 3 days and come back, all is forgiven. Thanks, Adam. Number 36. Deathclaws do not like you, no matter how much rad roach meat you throw at them. Number 37. There is a magical wall that stops you from leaving Washington, D.C. Number 38. No matter how hard you try, ghouls can always outrun you, which is pretty interesting considering that their legs are practically made of jello. Number 39. If you're playing as a female and have the Black Widow perk, you can convince Ronald and Girdershade to have a threesome with you, and the third person being Sierra. Have fun! Number 40. You can disarm an atomic bomb with only 25 explosive skill. Number 41. They say there is no clean water water anywhere in the wastes, but apparently there's fresh water and 10-penny tower toilets. Number 42, eating rad roach or ant meat will never make you throw up, which is pretty strange considering that you lived off processed food for 19 years inside your vault. Number 43, you can easily swim in the Potomac River despite the fact that you lived your entire life in the vault. Man, we are just awesome at adapting. Number 44, there are absolutely no ladders in the world of Fallout 3. Number 45, the very first piece of Fallout 3 artwork is the one used on the game's cover. Number 46, development of Fallout 3 started before Oblivion was even announced. Number 47, the bell that sounds after using the Fat Man nuclear catapult is the lunchroom bell at the Bethesda offices. Sounds delicious. Number 48, the original inspiration for the Vats Combat system is Burnout's Crash Mode replays. Number 49, the audio clip of the 1-year-old protagonist at the beginning of the game is from Jake Howard, the son of the game's director, Todd Howard. Number 50, the sound effect from the Vats system is the same sound that was used at the beginning and end of combat in the original Fallout. Number 51, artist Grant Struthers prototyped the Vats Combat system by filming his Incredibles action figures fighting. Number 52, when a Mr. Gutsy robot is killed, what he says are lines from the marching chant from the movie Full Metal Jacket. Number 53, the mayor of Little Lamplight Caverns is named Mayor MacCready. This is a reference to the protagonist of the movie The Thing. Number 54, at one point in the game's development, Fallout 3 featured a surgery minigame to repair broken limbs. However, the development team felt as this would slow down the game's pace too much and opt for a faster healing system that is currently used. Number 55, the password for the shipping manifest terminals in the Nuke Cola factory is NCC-1864. This is the registration of USS Reliant from Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Number 56, the cars in Fallout 3 are based on the Ford Nucleon, which is a car concept designed to run a nuclear generator in the 1950s. Number 57, dog meat is an Australian cattle dog and was modeled after the dog from Mad Max 2. He is also named after the dog from A Boy and His Dog, a 1975 post-apocalyptic movie. Number 58, originally Liberty Prime was planned to be massive and would allow players to ride inside his head during the final mission, but this idea was scrapped before the game's release. Number 59, the scenario at the beginning of the game where Butch steals the player's sweet roll is a reference to a running gag in the Elder Scrolls series where the game asks what the player would do if someone tries to steal their sweet roll. Number 60, the mutant fire ant centered quest called Those is a reference to the 1954 film titled Them, in which ants are mutated by atomic tests in New Mexico, which in turn makes them gigantic and wreak havoc upon civilization. Number 61, the art-centered Vault 92 holds a number of musical and sound-related references. Number 62, working off the last fact, the overseer of Vault 92 is named Richard Rubin, who is likely named after musical producer Rick Rubin. Number 63, Joe Hammerstein gets his name from Broadway lyricist and songwriter Oscar Hammerstein II, who helped make the song I'm in Love with a Wonderful Guy, which is played in-game on the GNR radio station. Number 64, Gordon Sumner is actually the real name of the musician known as Sting. Number 65, several references to horror stories and movies can be found in the game. In the Point Lockout DLC, a unique knife called the Toy Knife can be found alongside a hockey mask. This is referencing Jason from the movie series Friday the 13th. Number 66, another reference is found in both the standalone Fallout 3 and in Point Lockout. The first being in a simulation called Tranquility Lane, in which the player can don a clown mask as a kid and begin a killing spree within the simulation. The second time the mask pops up is in Point Lockout, which is found on top of a skeleton in a bathtub inside a motel room, which itself is adorned by skeletons and blood splattering. This is a reference to Michael Myers from the Halloween movie series, and more specifically his first kill where he wore a clown suit and mask, doing so as a kid. Number 67, the inhabitants of the Temple of the Union are named after Abraham Lincoln's cabinet. Number 68, the undetonated atomic bomb and the children of Adam are a reference to the film Beneath the Planet of the Apes, in which a cult worships an intact nuclear ICBM. Number 69, the group of vampires call themselves the Family. This is likely a reference to the 1971 film The Omega Man. Number 70, a cafeteria bulletin board found in Vault 101 shows an advertisement for a bingo night, the first prize being a week's supply of water rations. Number 71, Bingo Ball on the advertisement strongly suggests a callback to the original Fallout, which starts out with Vault 13's water chip failing and requiring the Vault Dweller to go out and search for a new one. Number 72, the Super Duper Mart and the first Wasteland Survival Guide quest that accompanies it were likely thought up after an electric storm knocked power out for 8 to 10 hours in the Bethesda studios. Todd Howard and several other staff members went to a local supermarket using an iPhone to light their way across the pitch dark aisles and essentially began to brainstorm ideas from that experience. Number 73, the 2008 E3 trailer for the game contains a Voltec commercial which advertises a phone number. Calling the phone number shown below will play an automatic message, so grab your phone and give that number a dial. It's really funny. Number 74, when creating the gun system for Fallout 3, one of the team's first tests was taking a bow from Oblivion and making a bow and arrow gun. It shot rapid fire arrows and apparently didn't work quite right, so the new gun system for the game was built up from scratch. Number 75, the downtown DC area in Fallout 3 was twice the size at one point, and the team decided it was too large and confusing and cut half the space out. Though the wasteland area was half the size at one point and the team felt it was too small, so the wasteland ended up doubling. Number 76, the drug Med-X was originally just called morphine, but in order to get a MA15+ rating in Australia by the OFLC board, all references to morphine had to be changed to Med-X. Number 77, Sally from the Mothership DLC makes reference to a fictional pre-war show called Captain Cosmos, which itself features classic Star Trek references, such as "All systems normal, Captain," and "Captain on the bridge." Number 78, working off that last fact, she also mentions a female second officer, saying Stella Skyfire reporting for duty. She's Captain Cosmos' second in command, at least for the first few episodes. This is in reference to the original unaired pilot episode of Star Trek the original series, The Cage. Number 79, another noticeable reference is the time slot Captain Cosmos airs at, which was Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Star Trek the original series aired on the same day, but at 8:30 p.m. Eastern instead. Number 80, just outside of Big Town, there's a utility pole in the exact center of the game map with a unique plate that reads TES-04. This is a reference to the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, also by Bethesda, obviously. Number 81, in the Hubris Comics building, there is a letter to an editor on the receptionist's computer, which includes a number of comic book references. Number 82, Mr. Morellis is likely the combined last names of Alan Moore and Warren Ellis, two well-known English comic book writers. Number 83, after blowing up Megaton and encountering Mora after she becomes a ghoul, one of the player's dialogue options is, "Honey, you got real ugly." This is a reference to Evil Dead 3 Army of Darkness, where Ash says this to Sheila. Number 84, originally President John Eden was meant to be voiced by former President Bill Clinton, but the team was unable to get him for that role. Oh man, that would have been awesome. Number 85, through the use of cheats, it's possible to talk to Stockholm. This is the guard on top of the Megaton entrance. When talked to, he will state, "The more time I spend talking to you, the less I'm spending watching Raiders." How the hell did you get up here anyway? Number 86, in the slaver barracks of Paradise Falls, there is a Vault 77 jumpsuit with a holotape right next to it. The holotape is from a slaver who wants someone else to get rid of the jumpsuit that a stranger with no name left behind. The man recording the holotape is obviously scared and says that the jumpsuit freaks the boys out, so they must fear the stranger. The Vault 77 jumpsuit is the only one in the game that gives you a +5 to both unarmed and melee weapons. Number 87, all of these are referencing the Penny Arcade webcomic One Man and a Crate of Puppets, which starred an unnamed Vault Dweller who was the only resident of Vault 77 and ended up hunting and killing slavers with his bare hands and a Vault Boy puppet. Number 88, Fat Man was the code name for the atomic bomb that was detonated over Nagasaki. Because of its relation to the real historic event, the weapon was renamed to the Nuka launcher in the Japanese version of Fallout 3. It is, however, still referred to as the Fat Man in dialogue. Number 89, the experimental MIRV costs more to fire once than it costs to repair a regular Fat Man twice. At several hundred caps per nuke and firing 8 nukes per shot, this is the most expensive weapon in the game. It's also one of the most inefficient, unnecessary, and impractical weapons in the game. Number 90, the Brahmin in all Fallout games is a reference to Brahmin in Hindu culture, and the name likely plays on Hindu's culture's reverence for cows. Number 91, speaking of Brahmin, that and the fact that you and other NPCs can kill and eat the mutated cows, it led to Fallout 3 being banned in India because it was viewed as disrespectful. Number 92, Liberty Prime is loosely modeled after Gort from the 1951 movie The Day the Earth Stood Still. Number 93, The Prime from Liberty Prime is actually not an intentional reference to Optimus Prime from the Transformers as many people suspected. Number 94. Sneaking up behind and activating a Brahmin will cause your character to push it over. Number 95. In Vault 87, there's a super mutant that calls himself Fox locked in Isolation Room 05. This is a reference to the comic book V for Vendetta, where the main character V is originally a prisoner from Room 5. Number 96. Both V and Fox gain super strength and intellect after their experimentation, which is rare because most super mutants only gain super strength but suffered mental drawbacks, or even died. Number 97. Near the NN03D SATCOM array, a door can be found built into a rock. Upon opening it, there's a wall with "fuck you" written in green paint. Number 98. In the corner of the map, you can find a building called the Dunwich Building. This building is named after the H.P. Lovecraft story, The Dunwich Horror. Number 99. The Plunger Room of Death is a small area unmarked on the Pit-Boy world map. The entrance is a door underneath an intact bridge. Inside are dozens of toilet plungers and bloody handprints on the walls. Almost there, guys. Number 100. A small playable text adventure called Reign of Grelock can be accessed from a terminal in Hubris Comics. Number 101. Inside the basement of the Capitol Post building, there is a corpse named Gibson. Gibson's inventory has 4 items, 2 of which are Gibson keys and Gibson's scrap of paper. The scrap of paper has the following message: search the house. This references an early scene in Snatcher where the player finds Jean Jack Gibson's corpse and discovers a key and a scrap of paper with the search the house message among his belongings. Number 102. Advanced power armor contains an air conditioning unit and a recycling system which can convert human waste into drinkable water. Number 103. You can pretty much play as the caveman. Try creating a character with just 1 point in their intelligence stat, as well as making your character terrible at science and medicine, while also being capable of talking properly. While most of the NPCs you come across will treat you as if you're mentally deficient, many of the dialogue options are insanely funny and often consisting of just a few disconnected words and grunts. Number 104. Deathclaws are sentient creatures with an intelligence that rivals that of humans. Number 105. Your father in Fallout 3 was voiced by Liam Neeson. Now that's pretty badass. Number 106. Every radar in the game uses the username bleep as the user ID. And finally, we made it. Number 107. Sometimes raiders wear fire helmets. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you like the video, don't forget to like the video to let us know that you like the video. In the comment section down below, don't forget to let us know which 107 facts video we should do next. Thank you so much, and remember, it is time to take your video game to the next level.